Football is a sport steeped in tradition, passion, and fierce rivalries. But what happens when players decide to swap allegiances? Well, let's just say it doesn't go down well with the fans. From money-grabbing moves to controversial switches, here are 15 greatest traitors in football history. Number 15 on the list is Hakan Çalhanoğlu. We're starting off relatively tame here, but anyone who makes a move directly from one Milan club to the other deserves to make the list. Çalhanoğlu spent 4 years with the Rossoneri, during which time he made 172 appearances, but he made the controversial switch to the Nerazzurri in the summer of 2021 once his contract expired. Silverware arrived with his move too. The 29-year-old completed 2 domestic cup doubles with Inter and reached a Champions League final last season too. His side even knocked AC Milan out in the semifinals, and you just know that fans were furious about his joy. Let's move on to our number 14, Lee Clark. Now, this one's a bit of a roller coaster. Clark was a Newcastle Academy graduate and a boyhood fan, but he infuriated supporters by joining Northeast rivals Sunderland in 1997. That wouldn't be the final twist though. He was later spotted at the 1999 FA Cup final with Newcastle fans sporting a t-shirt that mocked the Black Cats. He would never play for Sunderland again after that incident, and after 6 years in West London with Fulham, Clark rejoined Newcastle for a season in 2005. See, football can be forgiving sometimes, but not always, especially when it comes to fierce rivalries. Speaking of fierce rivalries, number 13 on our list is a man who angered not just one, but 2 sets of fans. That's right, it's Emmanuel Adebayor. Adebayor had 3 decent years at the Emirates, scoring 62 goals and 142 appearances for the Gunners. But he moved up north to join Manchester City in 2009. Now, that wasn't the problem. The real controversy started when he joined arch-rivals Spurs a few years later. Arsenal fans had the last laugh in 2012 though, and even though Adebayor scored from the spot to put his side 2-0 up, the Gunners came back to win the derby 5-2. Not exactly the way you want to be remembered by your former club. We're approaching the top 10 now, and the list is about to get even more treacherous. Number 12 is Robin van Persie. Gunners, brace yourselves. The Dutch striker joined the North London side in 2004 from Feyenoord and spent 8 years learning from Arsene Wenger. He even won the Golden Boot in his final season with the club, finishing on 30 goals for the 2011 and 12 season. But then, Van Persie made the unthinkable move to Manchester United. What really hurt Arsenal fans most of all was seeing their longtime player then go on to lift a Premier League title with United the following year, a season when he also won another Golden Boot. Ouch. That had to sting for Arsenal fans. But hey, at least they weren't betrayed by a club legend, right? Wrong. Number 11 on our list is Ashley Cole. Cole was considered to be one of the best left backs in the game while at Arsenal, playing an important role in their invincible season. So, when he made the move to Chelsea in 2006, it was no surprise to see supporters in North London turn on him quickly. They labeled him Cashley Cole and waved notes in his face when the two sides played each other. It's safe to say the Arsenal faithful weren't happy about seeing their academy graduate win trophies with their rivals. Speaking of cash-motivated transfers, number 10 is Carlos Tevez. Now, Tevez's situation is a bit more complex, but hear us out. The Argentine had shown at Old Trafford on a 2-year loan deal from West Ham, scoring goals for fun, but after moving back to East London, he then signed for United's rivals, Manchester City, in 2009, a move many believe was because of the oil money boom at City. That infamous "Welcome to Manchester" poster is still burned into the brains of every United fan who never forgave the striker. He would find the back of the net against his former club too, scoring twice in the 2010 League Cup semi-final. Betrayal can come in many forms, and sometimes it can be unforgivable. Number 9 is Luis Figo, a man who forever pitched himself against the Catalans with his controversial move. Luis Figo is the most high-profile name to move between Barcelona and Real Madrid, ditching the Catalan club in 2000 for Los Blancos. Barcelona fans never forgave him, branding him a traitor at every El Clasico and even launching a pig's head at him during a match. But hey, who moves from Barcelona to Real? Hell no, Figo. Figo's move was shocking, but it is just one of the most unexpected betrayals on this list. Number 8 is Mo Johnston, a player who dared to cross the divide between two of the fiercest rivals in Scottish football, Rangers and Celtic. Johnston played for Celtic for 3 years before joining Nantes for a brief spell. He then returned to Scotland in 1989, but not to Celtic Park. Instead, he signed for Rangers, a move that angered fans on both sides. Scarves were burned and season tickets were ripped up. Talk about rocking the boat. Up next at number 7 is a striker who has played for not just 2, but several rivals throughout his career. It's the one and only Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic joined Juventus from Ajax in 2004 before making the switch to Inter Milan in 2006. He then had stints at Barcelona, AC Milan, and even a return at San Siro, but this time with the Rossoneri. Zlatan has never been one for loyalty, it seems, and that's rubbed some fans the wrong way. But wait, there's more! Number 6 on our list is another serial club switcher, William Gallas. There was a certain nonchalance to Gallas's triple traitor status. He moved from Chelsea to Arsenal to Tottenham, ticking all the boxes for London club rivalries. Needless to say, he wasn't exactly loved by any of those fan bases. And number 5 is a familiar face, especially for our Scottish viewers. It's Kenny Miller. Kenny Miller presents a rare case of a double Judas. The Edinburgh-born goalscorer didn't learn his lesson the first time, or maybe he was just overcome with guilt. Miller played for Glasgow Rangers from 2000 to 2001. Then, in a move that shocked everyone, he joined their bitter rivals Celtic 5 years later. Facing an avalanche of criticism, he eventually opted for a move back to Ibrox after an unsuccessful stint at Derby County. Number 4 on our list is another player who showed a disregard for fan loyalty, Jack Colback. Loyalty is a two-way street, and Jack Colback disregarded his side of the deal. Colback came through the Sunderland Academy system, spending almost his entire footballing education at the club before breaking into their first team. After 14 years, 135 appearances, and even a goal against bitter rivals Newcastle, Colback left in 2014 on a free transfer. The destination? You guessed right, Newcastle United. As a boyhood fan of the Magpies, Colback had decided to swap allegiances, leaving the Sunderland faithful feeling betrayed and angry. Needless to say, his return to the Stadium of Light wasn't exactly a warm welcome. Sitting pretty at number 3 is the iconic striker, Roberto Baggio. Baggio sparked a riot when he left Fiorentina behind for Juventus. Protests erupted, with over 50 people getting injured. And if that's not a sign of betrayal, we don't know what is. But Roberto wasn't done there. In 1995, he was sold to AC Milan, where he played for 2 seasons. After a brief stint at Bologna, he joined Inter Milan in 1998. That's 3 rival clubs in a row. Not exactly a recipe for fan adoration. Our number 2 is a player whose move between rivals sparked outrage and violence. It's the legendary Ronaldo. But not the Ronaldo you're thinking of. This is Ronaldo Luis Nazario de Lima. Ronaldo, the phenomenal Brazilian striker, left PSV Eindhoven for La Liga giants Barcelona in 1996. The move didn't cause quite a stir, but it was his subsequent transfers that truly shocked the world. In 1997, he joined Inter Milan for a world record fee, and though he was almost always injured, he secured a move to the archenemies of Barca. His move to Real Madrid was the real problem, and the Barcelona fans felt betrayed and let all hell loose on the forward whenever he came to the Camp Nou. Drum roll please, because we have finally reached number 1, the top dog, the ultimate traitor in football history, according to our list, and it is Mauro Icardi. Okay, hold on a minute. Before you bombard the comments section, hear us out. Mauro Icardi didn't need to move to another rival club to cause the world's greatest betrayal. All he needed to do was to steal his teammate's wife. You see, Mauro Icardi and Maxi Lopez were teammates at Sampdoria and the Argentine national team. And Lopez brought Icardi to his home, not knowing that he was setting himself up for a huge backstabbing. Well, long story short, Mauro Icardi hooked up with his wife and they are happily married today, leaving Maxi Lopez with a forever bruised heart. So sad. So, there you have it, the 15 biggest traitors in football history. Loyalty is almost impossible in football, and sometimes there are reasons behind these transfers and betrayals that fans aren't privy to. We just have to enjoy the players on the pitch regardless. What do you think, huh? Do you agree with our rankings? Who do you think deserves the top spot as the ultimate traitor? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe to our page for more top 10s and countdowns in the world of football.